Okay,
Look at that group.
Look at me smiling.
Can you see me?
Oh my god, the little
Oh
email.
yeah,
Look at me.
me and you, man.
What is one of your earliest memories of
Wow,
Christopher?
What is your earliest
Oh my god, those
One of my
cheeks are
earliest
amazing.
memories.
Christopher.
What is it?
What is
Earliest memory of Chris? So many.
Well, obviously my
earliest
earliest
memories.
memory of Christopher is him being born.
What do you gotta say for yourself, big boy? He's all pink and strong and healthy.
You have a very strong grip. You can be a football player.
It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. And it was definitely the scariest birth of all of my 4 kids. But the memory I have the most, honestly, is the next day. It was just me and Jeff and you, Chrissy, and we were holding you in the hospital room because we didn't know what we were going to name you. And we were like, Christopher, Michael, Christopher. And you just looked like a little Christopher and our little Chrissy. And I'll never forget that moment. It was just the 2 of us and you. And that's when we decided that was your name.
There he is. Christopher Paul. Daddy. Daddy's got clean cut hair for this baby.
Got clean cut hair for you now too, Christopher.
My boy.
That right there, that's my earliest memory of you. Just looking down at your little face. And I fell in love with you. Right then and there. You're looking at it. You're looking at a video of me falling in love with you, Christopher. And yeah. I've loved you the same ever since, my boy. Right there.
I don't think I have an earliest memory of Christopher. Like, all of my childhood memories just involve him. He was always there. He was my baby brother.
I guess my earliest memory of Christopher was obviously when he was born. He looked nothing like what I thought he was going to look like because I assumed he looked like Cole. And then he came out and he actually looked way more like me and Trisha. So it was super cute. He was tiny. And I just remember like holding him and thinking like, oh my God, it's like we have twins. And I always wanted to have twins. So it was like the next best thing.
Crying. He cries nonstop. Oh my God. Does he ever cry?
You always said that he's the most handsome one.
To be honest to you, of all my grandkids,
No offense to
no
anyone.
offense to anyone, he is the most handsome
Hey,
guy.
Christopher was like one of the cutest babies, like out of all of us.
Yeah.
He was like
The little
so,
ball.
he was like so cute. Like when we look at the photos.
He was so tiny. He's like a little monkey, always kind of clinging around Trisha's legs, always fighting with or wrestling with his little brother Mikey. Yeah.
That was the first time I saw him. I was looking up the stairs at your old house, and Chris was on one leg and Mikey was on the other.
Everything really in my life. I've done mostly everything with Chris. I can't think of a moment where I'm not with him or thinking about what he would like to be doing in this situation. Chris has really been a part of my life basically since day one. We've shared rooms for like almost our whole lives, and I feel like we're almost the same person in a sense.
Oh my God, it's the cutest kid in the world. It's so sweet. He's just so sweet to all his little brothers and sisters. And just so looking out for everybody else, and just... He's just the sweetest kid. That's all I can say. So sweet.
My earliest memory of Chris have to be when we were younger. Anytime I needed help or a question with anything, with technology, whether it's literally like rewinding or fast forward. I remember asking him how to rewind something, and he's just like, okay, do this, do this, do this, do this. And I'm like, bro, how do you even know this? You're like, you're so young. But I think that's definitely the earliest memory I have.
Remember Chris being like this 1-year-old kid with like 2 teeth coming out of the bottom of his mouth, and he was just this little egg. But we would always just hang out. He'd always be wearing little jerseys and stuff, or no shirt at all, and he would just be roughing up everybody too and just vibing out with us. All the older cousins, he'd always want to hang out.
He was always like thinking about stuff in his little mind. And I remember when he got Webkinz, and I would laugh because Christopher Riley would always change the passwords. Like, I swear, always. So, because he didn't want anyone else to go into his game. But he would change these passwords, and he was so little, and he knew how to change the passwords. And I'm like, look at this kid, he's so smart.
I remember always just having such a good time with Christopher. I remember hopping the ditch outside of his house. I remember riding BMX bikes, getting Slurpees. I don't know if I have one specific memory though, but the one thing that was always memorable to me about Chris is the fact that he was always so kind, and being someone coming into a family where I wasn't related biologically to everyone else, it was a little bit ostracizing, but Chris always made me feel like I was just part of the family, and I don't know, I just love Chris.
My earliest memories of Chris was acceptance, without question. The kids, no judgment, they just let me in.
I feel like he was like so easygoing. Like, I don't remember him like ever like crying or like being upset. I remember playing Man Tracker with the cousins and like Christopher being like probably bullied by John and like me like crying on his behalf. It was a whole thing. Like, I just don't remember that big fight. My earliest memory is like Christopher's just like never fazed by somebody. Like if like someone would like say something to him or like us like we would get in fights, Christopher, I think like people would just get mad at him like as cousins because he just like didn't care.
One of my earliest memories of Chris, you know, would probably just be us adventuring, you know, Woodward in that Richmond area. I feel like that was like our little world, you know, just staying up late, going to Max's, going to, you know, on the Woodward roof. I feel like that's where we built a lot of our memories, just living in that little area, because we didn't even, you know what Vancouver was. We just thought like that was our world, and just we enjoyed every moment of it.
Earliest memory of Chris? Damn, so many. I mean, back at Seafield at the duplex, I remember going over, I guess, 2008, because we played NBA Live, me and you, and like you would have been 4, I guess, and I guess I was like 6. We'd do that, and then obviously all the old times playing basketball and football and every other sport in the yard back there, so good times.
My earliest memory of Christopher, honestly, when I think of that question, it's when we were at Woodward. We used to go like cruise versus all in the backyard football games at Woodward, and I just remember Chris like rocking some grade 7 when he was like grade 4, and the grade 7 started crying.
My earliest memories of Christopher, I would say being smaller than the other boys, but making sure he wasn't going to let that stop him in any way. Always keep going. Very, very tough and tenacious for sure.
I never get tired of looking at your little face. That's my favorite memory, is just looking at you. Looking at your little smiling face that's always full of joy. You're super fun to be around. And super fun being your dad.
I remember him sitting at our old tube computer in the duplex playing Webkinz, and his little baby fingers typing on the computer, playing his game when he was like probably 3 years old.
My favorite memories are just waking up on the Saturday mornings super early and just getting ready, going to the field and just watching him play, seeing how fast he was as he so young. I was like, I don't know, just being there and doing what I love with, you know, my 2 little brothers. Who doesn't love that?
There's too many memories that I've had with Chris to just pick one, but I don't know, I think the most of the standouts are when Chris would always be teaching me, like, as smart as he was at such a young age, I feel like he always tried to keep me in the loop. I would always be his test subjects or his student for magic tricks or him teaching me the Rubik's Cube. I feel like, I don't know, he loves being a teacher and he loved teaching me as well, being his younger brother.
My favorite memories with Chris were definitely at Veranda Beach. Like, we just had so much fun there. There was just an infinite amount of things to do, an infinite amount of possibilities. I loved spending time at Veranda Beach with Chris and all the cousins.
You and Rye, it's a classic. You loving Veranda Beach and the family loving Veranda Beach. When we found out that we couldn't rent that dying house, you said, you know what, one day I'm going to buy Veranda Beach and kick out the owner.
And I know you're going to do it.
Not just one house, but all the houses.
We shared so many great memories with each other. I remember even this one time that we would film around Veranda Beach and I'd take my guitar, and the only person who knew how to work the camera was Chris. So me and Chris ended up really bonding over the summers and everything.
Nice. Remember that trip. Top of the mountain, we did it, boys. Veranda Beach. The big hike.
Again, I don't know why. I never actually had any fun memories. I wasn't born. I've only been in this life for 8 years.
That's you. That's Christopher holding you.
My favorite memory of you is captured in one of those photographs. It was after your track meet. You must have been, oh God, I think it was like the 3rd grade or the 4th grade. And you were in, I think, the 400 meter. And you ran your little butt off. And I'll never forget watching you race and seeing how much you were giving and how you weren't going to give up, and you were so determined and you left it all out there, and when you crossed the finish line you literally collapsed. And I remember thinking to myself, this kid, he's always going to give it his all. He's always going to give 100%. That's not something that you can teach, and I saw it in you in that moment, and it was one of my favorite memories of you because I saw the core of who you were, and that was giving everything.
Favorite memories of Chris? Probably one of the early ones is we were playing football at North Delta at the same time, and it was the playoffs. I remember it was like a tie game, and I was in the end zone with the rest of my team getting ready to play, and Chris broke out for like a 70-yard run and won the team the game. And I just remember like watching like my little cuz do something big like that was super cool. So yeah, one of my favorites for sure.
So many memories. The Woodward races, man. Me and you would battle in those. My favorite memories of Chris probably used to be this, last year, just watching him kill during the football year. I loved watching you play. I was super excited for you every single game, and I was probably just watching you play this last year.
One of my favorite memories was at homecoming and just seeing him score that touchdown, and think about all the games we used to play in the backyard. That was just super dope to see, and I'm proud of him.
You've always been one of my favorite players, regardless of being my nephew. I've always, set the bar against who you were as a player for other players, and then being able to watch you out there on the court and give it your all. It reminded me so much of when I was a kid, and I just would have no regard and throw my body all over the floor. So that's what I really appreciated about you as a player and everything that you put into it, Christopher. So definitely my favorite memories that I got a chance to coach you, and not just once, but several times.
When he plays sports, he gives it 200%, and
Yes,
he's not scared to break any bones if he has to. He's diving.
He has
and
to
he's
dive, he will.
Yeah.
Chris was always the best player on the field, and I always aspired to be better than him, so he's always pushed me to be better. Some of my favorite memories are our flag seasons together, but most specifically the one where we went to nationals with my dad. For us to win that together on that field, just us and our tight group of friends, it's really an accomplishment I'll never forget.
I think my favorite memories of Christopher have to be the ones that we've made together recently, where we're in the car together and he's driving now instead of me or mom or dad, and we're listening to music together, when he comes over to my apartment with the boys and we hang out. I think just the memories of us becoming peers and friends now that we're older are my favorite memories with him.
I'd like to say to you, man, just, you're going to have such a great time out east. It's something different for both of us. We're both going to be out there, and I know, no matter where you are, you're going to be killing it, meeting new people, succeeding, and, you're going to be that hardest worker there. I know right when you get there to camp, and I'm super proud of you. You're going to do a lot of great things, and can't wait to watch it, bro. I love you, dog.
You have absolutely the world in front of you, and there's nothing that's going to stop you.
Right? You do amazing in whatever you do, Christopher. We're so proud of you.
So proud.
One bit of advice to give a Chris, it's just keep being you, buddy. You already have a path of the future. Without question, you're in the right field. You know what you want. You're good at it. And I wish you all the best, man. Set the goal, go after it.
Christopher, I think it's going to be good that you're going to be taking some time away from the road, driving, but I'm excited for you to start your journey at U of T. I know you're going to go into training camp and kill it, and aside from football, there's a lot of different opportunities that are going to pop up for you, and I'm just excited for you.
Chris, I want to say that the whole family, we're super proud of you and the man you've become. You're going to have so many opportunities in the future, and the qualities that you have will take you far in life. I mean, you're so multifaceted, and growing up, you're like the tech guy and the little genius filming our little home movies, and also, the stud athlete that works harder than everyone. So, those qualities are going to carry you far, and I look forward to growing up with you and the rest of all the cousins, and see where life takes us. Take risks, have fun, and I'm excited for you.
Christopher, I don't worry about you. I think you've got a great head on your shoulders, and you're very smart, and you know what you're doing and what you want, and I don't think anything I would say. I think just keep being awesome. You're just an awesome kid. You're super smart, and you figure shit out on your own, and I think you can figure life out on your own. I don't think you need any help. I think you're one of the few kids I'm not really worried about, to be honest. Love you.
Proud to be your uncle. God bless you. Young man, you are going places. Wow, sky's the limit. And we love you and are behind you 100%, always.
Oh, Chris, I am so proud of you. You are such an incredible young man, and all that you've accomplished so far, all that I know that you will accomplish, it is so beautiful. I am so, so blessed to be able to call you my cousin, and I'm just so proud of you, and I can't wait to see what's in store for you. I cannot wait to see you take over this world. I cannot wait to see everything that will be yours. You are phenomenal, and I love you so much.
Chris, man, this journey has been insane. I'm so, so proud of you, and every time that I see you, man, I still see little Chris, but at the same time, man, the person you're becoming is so humble, so caring, and so full of perspective. It's insane. I see so much of me and you, but then you also have all the other influences of the amazing people in your life, and you kind of brought that into a melting pot of your own identity, and it's just so beautiful to see. And man, just keep on going, and I'm so proud that you took that next level with university sports, and that you're still keeping it up with the football stuff. You're the first cousin to really play university football, which is something so dope to see, because I've seen you grow from a kid playing flag to what you're doing now, and it's always been in your identity to keep on going and keep on hustling. So I'm so proud of you, bro. That's all I gotta say. It's crazy that you're graduating high school. It's insane, man. Anyway, I love you so much, bro. Bros for life.
Christopher, get after it. There is so much life out there, waiting for you. And I'm just so proud of all the things that you've accomplished so far. And take every moment to experience absolutely everything. But as you do it, be kind, be nice to people, which I know you always are. You've always shown that in how you were even as a little boy. But yeah, take some risks, try new things, meet new people, be adventurous, and honestly, just go do it. Be great.
I think the one thing that I want to say to Christopher is just be you, because you are incredible. Your personality shines through, your tenacity, your go-get-'em attitude. I love all that stuff about you. I like that you are unique and you don't mind beating to your own drum. I think that is a unique thing that most people don't really have and take a long time finding in their life. So be you, Christopher, and I know that that's going to be enough and that you are amazing and I love you.
Okay, this part I'm not gonna cry, but I'm gonna get kind of emotional. I just want to say that I think it's really good that you're going to U of T, and I think that it can be like really easy to just stay home and be like, oh, but like everything I know is here and my friends are here, and you know, like it's just easier, and I don't want like my life to change. But I think that it like takes a lot to be like, you know what, I'm gonna move to somewhere where like I don't know anybody, like it's a big city, like everything's gonna be different, because I feel those are where you're gonna make like the most friends, and you're gonna have so many opportunities and meet so many people that are gonna like open so many doors for you. And like when you look back at the end, you're gonna be like, if I stayed here, half of like what you have like would have never happened. Of course you went to U of T. Of course you went to the #1 school in Canada. Actually, this year by the QS World Rankings, McGill's #1.
Okay.
Anyways, it's still like most revered university in the country, and I never expected any less of you. So I'm so happy that you fulfilled that prophecy for everyone. And seriously, you're just gonna have the best time. Anyways, we love you, Christopher.
Christopher, we love you so much, and you know that. We say that to you all the time, and we wish you the very best on your new journey to university. We're gonna miss seeing you on a regular basis, but hopefully Grandpa and I will be able to come and see one of your games in University of Toronto.
Of course. And just keep smiling there, man, and you'll be okay. Love you.
Love you so much, Chrissy.
Keep doing what you're doing. Be your kind, sensitive self. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. I'm always gonna remember you as the little Buddha baby with your bald head, or as the little 9-year-old with your long floppy hair when you're racing on the beach and doing pull-ups in your room. But when I think of you now, I think of you as this amazing person who's somehow grown up so fast, and I'm so happy I've gotten to be a part of it.
Thank you for always being there with me. Thanks for always having my back and making sure I'm always in the loop. I like to say, I don't know, you're one of my biggest role models. This is the first time in our lives where we'll be alone, away from each other for a long period of time. It'll be scary, but it's good for the both of us. We're both becoming independent men, and I want you to always aspire to be the greatest you can be in whatever you do. I know you're gonna go ball out in Toronto, and the opportunities you're gonna get are gonna be nothing short but spectacular. I know you're gonna do something great. I love you, bro.
Well, I don't know. I guess why I'm not really saying anything now is just, I don't know. There's just a lot I would say, I guess. Like, for starters, I'm just very proud of you. And to see who you've become today is, you just haven't always had the best of times. But I think that's just because, you know, it's just, I'm your older brother, and I'm grateful that our relationship has gotten a lot better throughout the years, and yeah, man. Love you, G.
I'm just so grateful for having gotten to be your dad. You're a great kid. You're a great son. And I couldn't be more proud of you. I hope one day you get to be a dad and you get a Christopher for your son. Then you'll get to feel what it feels like to be your dad. And it's awesome. I love you, little boy.
What I want to say to you, you know, Chris, life is awesome, but life is also hard. And, you know, we're always going to be here for you no matter what. But I don't want you to live small. I want you to play big, take chances in life, and fail hard, flat on your face, get back up. You know, say yes to things, get outside of your comfort zone, do everything in your young life now and try it all and be successful, be a failure, just do it, you know, because this is the time in your life where you can take those risks and chances. You know what, another thing I want to say to you is don't be late, for God's sakes. Be on time, be early. That matters in life. Even though I wake you up every single freaking day, hopefully when you're in college, you get yourself up and be on time and be early, and that's going to bode well for you. But honestly, I just want you to have a great life, and I know you will. And you know, I left home when I was your age and didn't come back for 10 years. So maybe you don't come back for 10 years, but wherever you go, we'll always be here waiting for you and here for you whenever you need anything. So go live an awesome life. Just go live an awesome life. I love you.
Say football.
It's my guy right here. That fresh cut though.
My favorite part about the long hair is just so many people would make comments and stuff like that, but he just didn't care. He just knew he'd rock it, and I love that era of Chris.
I don't know, just seeing him not care about anybody's opinions, like growing his hair out long. It took a lot of guts to just not give a fuck and just do you and just ball out. And one brave little fucker.
There was like a long phase where he just like literally didn't cut it at all, and like I loved it because like everyone would tell him to cut his hair, or like
He didn't give a shit.
and he literally didn't care. He was like, "No, I'm not cutting it."
And
I
then
feel
it
like
turned into
grandma
spite.
maybe
It turned into spite where it's like, because you're all telling me to cut my hair, I'm not gonna
was
do
even
it.
like,
And it was
"Oh, you should
even
cut your
better.
hair," and he was just like, "No, like I'm not cutting it."
One thing I have to say about Christopher's hair, I loved his long hair, and then so many times I was tempted to braid it, and I would always say, "Chrissy, can I braid your hair?" "No, Grandma, no." I don't want you braiding my hair, but I loved his long hair, but it was sad. Then he had to cut it because he had to go to BC.
See, Christopher, that's the memory of your grandma. You, that long hair, nice. I hope I had that kind of hair.
Actually, no memories.
You don't have
I
any
don't
memory?
remember anything. My mind just went bloop. It's black. I can only think about a black screen. Like when I look into my mom, like